looking around for salvation. I've been looking around for the truth. All around me I see frustration, and I looked all over till I found you. I sit and listen to your stories, and you're telling me, please don't worry. So lot in this world you should know, and love in life is where you should go. If you're looking for somewhere to go, if you're looking for someone to know, if you're looking for someone to guide you, then love in life will guide you. I know that life outside is so hard. There's a lot of things that can tear you apart. I know the roads sometimes feel lonely, but remember you're not the one and only. There's always someone there to help you, a helping hand to pull you through. There's only one thing you should do: take my hand and join the Love and Laugh crew. If you're looking for somewhere to go, if you're looking for someone to know, if you're looking for someone to guide you, then that love and life guide you. Oh yeah.
Don't worry, we'll be keeping you busy on the channel. There's going to be a lot of entertainment. Okay guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed and ring the bell for the updates. Please like this video, please share this video, and above all, please stay safe. Bye.
Goeiedag! Good day, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And excuse the drilling noise in the background, it's next door and there's not much I can do about it, but it is what it is. Okay, let me give you an update of what's happening, guys. This weekend we have a huge live stream happening Saturday morning in South Africa. We are currently putting together a small army of citizen reporters for the live coverage of the Freedom Day protests being held across South Africa on Saturday, the 20th of March. If you know someone who can help us in locations like Soweto, Durban, and Port Elizabeth, please email me at homestays@gmail.com. Other locations like Cape Town and Bloemfontein, where the main protests will be held, are very well covered. Coverage on the 20th of March, this Saturday, will go live between 9:30 to 10 a.m. So please subscribe to Loving Life to be kept informed and click the reminders to be alerted to when we go live. Now, I received the following pictures from our intrepid walkers, Jarrett and Edward, overnight. This is on their walk to Harrismith. Here we go. Let's have a look at them. What a beautiful scenery. This is just moving into the Free State from KwaZulu-Natal. And from about Friday on, they're going to be facing a lot of rain. What a beautiful old historic building. Alrighty, now let's get back to our intrepid walkers, Jarrett and Edward. Let me just Skype them and get them on. Marius, can you perhaps just call one of the guys and say, hey, you're supposed to be live? They've probably had a long walk or a big party last night in Harrismith. I don't know. Let me just try Edward, see if we have any luck with that one. Okay, I can't get through to Edward or Jarrett at this moment in time. Marius, could you call them and just say that we got a bunch of people waiting to hear how they're going on the road? Yeah, at the agreed time of 5:45 a.m. Unless, of course, the internet and cell towers have been taken out of Harrismith, which would not surprise me, being South Africa. Anyway, we'll keep trying, guys. I'm sure we'll get through shortly. Hi, Bessie. Hi, Michelle. Hi, JVR. Good to see you here. JVR, Jan van Riebeck, is one of our most recent heroes in the Loving Life family. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful out there in the... that Van Rieden's Pass area is absolutely stunning. Thanks, Marius. Yeah, look, I'll just keep on trying while we try and get through to them. Wow, must have been a big night or a long walk. They're on voicemail. Are they both on voicemail, Marius? Gerard says, Halale noch lapel. Bessie, Marius says they're both on voicemail, so they're probably on a phone call. But hey, we have an arrangement at 5:45 this morning, so I've got to give these guys a lesson in media. I can't sit here waiting for them to answer or pick up. Thanks, Marius. Hi, Bessie. Yes, I'm good, thank you. Always good. Always fighting for South Africa. And while we're just waiting for the two guys to pick up, this Saturday, 20th of March, we're going to be having a huge live stream. And please remember to click the reminder button for that. I will be putting that out there in the next 24 hours, so you have lots of time to just click that. We'll be going live between about 9:30 to 10 a.m. on Saturday morning and covering all the major protests in South Africa. Okay, I'm still waiting for these guys to pick up. Nothing yet, guys, but obviously they're awake, because if they're on voicemail, they're definitely up and about. We'll just keep trying. We'll just keep trying. Thanks, JVR. I'm trying. I'm trying, believe me. Yes, it does, Michelle. You're right. It's got that sort of like the beep noise, hasn't it? Okay, we'll just keep trying. Thanks, Esther. Yeah, I would love to be back in South Africa. Believe me, it's a beautiful, beautiful country. Gerard says, signal problems, gives you on voicemail and flat battery. Well, we got two different cell phones, so I'm sure one of them's going to work, guys. I'm sure. Let's just keep trying, shall we? This is not good. Oh, Gerard, I'm sure they're fine. I'm sure they're fine. I do see that according to Skype, neither of them is actually online at the moment, which is, yeah, It's very hard to run a live stream when your guest is not online. Thanks, Marius. That's great. I appreciate that. Look, guys, if we can't get through to them in the next, let's say, 10 minutes, we'll reschedule the live stream for tomorrow morning at the same time. I believe they're going to be in Harrismith now. They're staying with a friend called Esther, who's got like a place that she looks after for impoverished people, and apparently that's where they stayed last night. So I'm not sure what the problem is we're having right now, but we'll just keep going for a few minutes. So, do you think, if you think they're going to do the full 1550 kilometers, that's how long the walk is to Cape Town from Howick, type 1 in the side chat. If you think that they're not going to make it all the way, type 2. Let's see what the opinion is. Oh, is that Esther Badenhorst from Harrismith, is it? Esther, can you check to see what's happening with the guys, because we're trying to get through to them. I believe they're actually staying with Esther in Harrismith. So if that's the same Esther, perhaps you can just wake the guys up and say, hey, your live stream is on. Well, the verdict is in. Everybody thinks that the boys are going to make it all the way to Cape Town. That's good to hear. I'm sure they will in their fee shoes. Well, this is the longest out of literally hundreds of live streams I've had this kind of delay trying to get through to a guest. Over 15 minutes, wow. You guys are patient. I appreciate your patience, but once we get through, we should be fine. Hi, Carol. Good to see you here. We're just trying to get our guests on. While I'm doing that, I'll just show you the photos that I showed everyone a moment ago of the area that they're walking through. It's absolutely stunning. Look at this. This is approaching Harrismith. Yeah, I think you should. I think you gotta be the patriarch, Marius. Viking Boer's got a new name, by the way. Nickname: Viking Night Owl. Look at that! Isn't that beautiful? Look at the little town, little houses up on the hill. Wow, God's own country. And the rain sweeping across the fields. It is, JVR, it is so beautiful. Look at that building, isn't it stunning? Let me zoom in on it. Now that looks British more than Dutch, doesn't it? Yeah, that's definitely British because it's like the Pietermaritzburg City Hall, the way the bricks are laid and the way they look. It's sort of like a crossover area between British and Boer traditional. So it's very, very interesting, this area. Okay, I'm going to see if I can get through again. And in a few minutes' time, if we can't get through, we will reschedule for tomorrow morning. Oh, sorry guys, didn't I put the pics on? Okay. I've got so much happening here, you have no idea. Let me put them on again. Okay, here we go. There are the pics. Beautiful, beautiful old fields of the area just above Van Rieden's Pass on the way to Harrismith. And those little houses on the hill, absolutely gorgeous. And you can see the rain coming down. This is close to Harrismith, taken yesterday. And the final image is this one here, which is the one that I was trying to show you earlier, which is the one I said looks like the City Hall in Pietermaritzburg. And you can see the brickwork. It's very, very close to the design in Pietermaritzburg. So I'm sure there is an association there. And as I mentioned, this part of KwaZulu-Natal going to the Free State has a mix of both the British and the Boer history. Yeah, I think so, Gerard. I'm just going to give it a couple more tries, and if we can't get through, then we'll try and find out. I'm going to get Marius to find out what's happening. And Marius, if you can just let them know that we'll be alive again tomorrow morning at 5:45, and please, you know, we got people waiting to talk to them. Okay, we're not getting through to Jarrett. Okay, I'm going to give this one last go to each guy, and then we'll call it a morning, guys. But tonight at 8 p.m. Johannesburg time, we will be having a live stream on Loving Life. Bessie, you grew up in Greytown. I was in Greytown from the the early 1970s right through to the late 1970s. I worked at Barclays Bank. I'm an old fart. I'm sure you're in Greytown after that. Be interesting to see what era Bessie Duploy is from. You know, Bessie, I had a raft on Mirthley Lake. That lake that was above Greytown on the west side. And I used 4 44-gallon drums, which were painted and tarred, and it had basically an 8-foot square platform on the top with a little hole in the middle which you could jump through if you wanted to. And we had so much fun on that. My friend Raymond Free, who worked for the South African Airways, he built a little engine for it out of a lawnmower engine, and we would chug around Mersey Lake on this thing, and if there was a bit of a wind, we'd go nowhere. We'd just sit still. But the number of bluegill that we caught, wow, those bluegill there were millions of them. Those were the days. That was back in mid-1970s. Oh, well, Bessie, I would have been there at the same time as you. How old were you in 1970? I don't want to ask your age. I'm sorry. I've been rude. I worked at Barclays Bank in Greytown, in the main street. Did you ever come into Barclays Bank? Because I used to do the marketing side. I was a young guy behind the marketing side. I used to set up fixed deposits for people and all that sort of stuff, and do inquiries, and then I got onto the teller a bit later, but that was sort of like mid-1970s. She says, Ma, it gets out. Okay, thanks, Marius. That's great. Appreciate it. Yeah, we'll just kick the time for a few minutes while we wait to see if they're going to join us. I'm just waiting to hear from Bessie to see if she ever came into Barclays Bank in the 1970s, because she would have probably, well, I might have served her one time. Ah, you went to a children's home there. Okay. My parents lived in Voortrekker Street. And Marius worked in Volksgas. You're joking. Marius, when were you in Greytown? Gee, it's a small world, isn't it? There was this beautiful girl who worked at Volksgas in Greytown. Ah, that was about 1975, 1976. Wow. We used to, remember how we used to exchange checks and would do like a reconciliation of the amount on the checks. She used to come up to Barclays, and I would do the exchange with her, and yeah, oh wow. All right, I'm the old fart in the room. Well, I've got to say, Marius is pretty close to that as well, but you know, we old farts, we got a heart of gold. Now, Marius, were you the accountant or the manager at Volksgas? Ah, okay. Well, I'll tell you a story that happened in about 1974. The accountant at Barclays Bank in Greytown was a coin collector, and he had some friends down at Volksgas Bank, and of course Volksgas were very big in numismatics. They had a lot to do with coins and stuff like that. And this African guy walked into the Volksgas Bank in Greytown with a burger's pond, which is like incredibly rare. It's probably worth like $20,000 today. And this African guy walked into Volksgas with this gold coin, and the inquiries clerk didn't know what the heck it was and told him to go away. So Volksgas were all up in a tiz after this person had left, because they suddenly found out that what the coin was, that this guy was actually actually had brought into the bank. And of course he came up to Barclays Bank to see if he had any better luck there. And I was working on the inquiries counter at the time. I was quite new to Barclays. And this guy walked in, and he came in and he showed me this gold coin. I thought, wow, that's valuable. So, God, what is his name? Yeah, Rob Dunster. Rob Dunster. He was the accountant, the coin collector. He saw me talking to this African guy, and he saw this gold coin in my hand. He had the tip off from the guy he knew in Volksgas, and he came over and he literally pushed me out the way. He said, I will look after this. And he tapped on the teller's glass, and he said, give me a few £100. So he gave this guy the money, and this African guy had never seen so much money in his life before, and he gave him the gold coin. And that's how Rob Dunster got a burger's pond. I mean, it was probably worth a couple of £1,000 in those days. But wow, I'll never forget that, because if I'd known better, I would have said to the guy, oh, look, come to my inquiries counter. And I was clueless. I was so new to the whole thing. All right, guys, look, it looks like we're not going to get... I'm going to give them one last go each. But otherwise, Marius, if you can just say to them, hey, guys, when we say 5:45, it's got to be 5:45. If you can let them know tomorrow morning, same time, I'm going to give them one last go. Otherwise, we will shut down this live stream, and hopefully when we speak to them tomorrow, they'll be well on their way to Kestel. Hi, Power Noodles. That's a great username. Love it. Okay. That's not working. Last chance, guys. Otherwise, I'm going to shut down the live stream. Here we go. And while I'm doing this last one, please remember Saturday morning, 9:30 to 10 a.m. we go live. We're going to cover the protests across South Africa, the Freedom March protests happening in the main centres. All right, it's not going to happen, guys. Thank you for being patient. There's not much I can do when the guests don't respond. Yeah, that's great. Thanks, Marius. Look, I'll leave it in your capable hands, and I'll schedule again for tomorrow morning at 5:45 in the morning. Cheers, guys. I'm sure there's a good reason for this. They've probably got no internet or something like that. They're probably just as frustrated as we are. Okay, guys, take care. I'm going to shut down the live stream now. Bye for now.